$25 a month. That's right, only $25 a month. And your first payment is not due until 45 days after purchase. If you prefer shorter terms, 105 days the same as cash. No interest, no carrying charges. Yes, when it comes to stereo components, there's only one place to buy them, and that's Tom Peterson's.
Here's the carpet department at the all-new Portland Furniture Mart at 160th and Southeast Stark. For our grand opening special, here's just one. We have a short shag in choice of 5 colors for only $5.98 a square yard. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous. Here's the drapery department. We have drapes and matching bedspreads starting at only $39.95. That's the grand opening sale at the all-new Portland Furniture Mart at 160th and Southeast Stark.
Stick a Country KGAR guitar sticker on your car window and stand by to win thousands of dollars worth of prizes. For details, listen to the new Country one, KGAR 1515.
Something very special coming up. It's a month away. But on Sunday, November 6th, there's a big card up in Chehalis, Washington at the WF West High School Gym. It's being sponsored by the athletic people there. Bob Reichert is the athletic director. And on Friday, the Friday before, November 4th, Dutch Savage is going to attend the football pep rally at WF West at 10:30 Friday morning, and then he'll be at the football game, attending the football game, and I'm sure rooting for WF West against Centralia at 8 p.m., or maybe he'll be for both teams. I don't know, but he'll be on hand for that. And then I will be there Sunday, November 6th, as a special guest announcer. All your favorite stars that you see here on Portland Wrestling will be on hand, so I hope that I get to meet a great many of you in the Centralia, Chehalis area. And, of course, that is always a big one, that football game. Dutch Savage there for the pep rally Friday morning, for the football game Friday night, and he'll be on the card, and I'll be your guest announcer on November 6th. That's at Chehalis at card will start at 7. It's at WF West High School Gym, and I hope to meet a great many of you that weekend. A lot of things. It'll be a big weekend in the Centralia, Chehalis area. Hope we have a capacity crowd at that football game, too. Down on in the ring as we bring you the main event.
The next event will be an over-the-top battle royal to a finish until the last man left in the ring wins a $1,000 prize purse. Every man for himself. Everything goes in the ring. The referee stays on the floor. Introducing the following participants. From Japan, Matty Suzuki. From Houston, Texas, Gino Hernandez. From Samoa, Coco. From Salt Lake City, Lonnie Main. From Hazeldale, Dutch Savage. From Missouri, Ed Wiskowski. From Texas, Bad Boy Kincaid. From Hollywood, Handsome John Anson. From Oklahoma, Sam Oliver Bass. Last but not least, Playboy Buddy Rose.
Watch out. The Dutchman up behind Buddy Rose. And now Lonnie's got him. And it's Kincaid going after Savage in the ring. Now Wiskowski finally out to help his partner Rose outside the ring, and we get back to the riot that is called an over-the-top battle royal. Savage and Maine have each other, and we got Kincaid and Anson trying to put them out. Two blondes. And Lonnie Maine dropped Kincaid. Rose still hasn't gotten in the ring, and he's going to be counted out pretty quick if he doesn't get in there. And it's Bass was going to go to work on Maine. Savage came over. Now we see Wiskowski being worked on. And Kincaid going over the top. No, almost. Rose came in to save him. And Buddy Rose almost put out by Matty Suzuki. Not quite making it. Coco and Hernandez were working on Wiskowski. Kincaid came over to help him out. Rose has Savage down over in the corner, working on a chokehold on him. Kincaid coming over. And Bass body slamming Lonnie Main. Now Wiskowski working on Hernandez. Bass working on Savage. Savage got away from Rose. But just long enough. And Hernandez is on the top turnbuckle. Nearly out. And Coco saves him from going out. Nobody out yet. Take it back. There goes Kincaid. Good camera work. Bad boy Bob Kincaid. He wants to get back in and mix it up. He's being told by the referee, get to the dressing room. As they're going at it in the ring. And all in the corner. There's two of them over there working on Maine. Hernandez, Coco trying to help him. Rose in that corner. Rose eye gouging on Suzuki. Maine going after Bass. Anson sucker punching Maine from behind. And that punch is blocked, and he comes back swinging. Bass gets one in on Savage. Coco is out. He's put over the top. From behind, Hernandez on Wiskowski and a kick. Bass being worked on over in the left-hand part of your screen. And Suzuki needs a little help. Savage gets it to him, but a little late. Wiskowski and Rose have Maine in trouble. And Bass coming up might be willing to lend him a hand. Does with a kick to the midsection. Hernandez has Anson over in the corner. Wiskowski catches one. Rose resting on the top rope. Oh, he wants to come jumping off the top rope on Lonnie Maine. Comes leaping with a two-hand club blow to the back of the head. And watch out. Bass and Anson have Savage and dump him over the top. Savage is out. Anson going after him. Outside the ring for a couple extra kicks. And Maine working on Rose, working on that left arm inside the ring. Wiskowski up from behind. And Anson pulled out by Savage. The referee was busy getting Rose. Now Rose has Maine's arm. Savage gets Rose off him. Anson was pulled out over the top rope. Anson being ruled out. He's saying, I got pulled out by a man over the outside the ring. And there goes Bass. Bass is out by Hernandez and Maine. Anson loses his argument about trying to get to stay in. And now there are four. Katie barred the door. Hernandez and Maine and Wiskowski and Rose. The challenge out for a straight fight between Rose and Maine a week from Tuesday. Nothing definite whether it's made or not. Hernandez and Rose. Wiskowski has Maine in the corner, and Rose and Wiskowski now have their men in trouble. Maine is body slammed. Hernandez body slammed. They both went for the elbow drop. They both missed. Watch out now. I don't think you'll be able to hear me, so let's just watch. and Maine left in there with Wiskowski and Rose. Hernandez going for the swing, caught the kick instead. Maine is down. They're working on a double team up over the top and flipping literally all the way into the front row of seats is Hernandez. Now it's Rose and Wiskowski, and they've got Maine alone in that ring. We hope that Hernandez is going to be all right. Near capacity crowd. Trying to get Lonnie to roar back, and the Wild Man bumps their heads together. Moondog Maine. Could he possibly do it? Can he win 2 against 1 against Wiskowski and Rose? Let's see how it's possible. He is through the ropes, not over the top. Rose is not of it yet. Wiskowski coming up from behind, and there goes Lonnie. Awfully tough to do. And it appears they will split. They will split the thou. And Sandy says no. He said you can't split it. It's got to be until there's just one of you. Lonnie back in the ring to get a shot or two. Sandy saying no. There's got to be one. I think he's going to hold up the purse. And he said no split. So Buddy Rose steps out. Watch out, he's coming around where Lonnie is. Lonnie thrown back in the ring. Wiskowski gets the foul, but I'm sure that you know they'll be splitting it in the dressing room. Lonnie being worked on, double team by the both of them. This match is all over. Lonnie Maine is being brutally attacked by Wiskowski. Watch out. Wiskowski trying to come with his diving headbutt from way across the ring. Lonnie's vulnerable. He's being held by Rose. Here he comes. A diving headbutt. Here comes the Dutchman out of the dressing room. He throws Wiskowski out. Buddy Rose tried to run. Unable to get out. Now goes out from underneath, and Wiskowski screaming at Savage, but staying out of the ring. Wiskowski incensed, just to the left of your camera, down at ringside. Wiskowski will be the winner. He will win the $1,000. They were mercilessly weapon on Moondog Maine. And I'm sure that Savage probably saved him from very serious injury if he doesn't have it. He's wild. Maine is wild. Flushed face. He is just, he's out of his head. He is groggy and just barely able to motate, going the wrong direction.
Tuesday night excitement. The Fonz gives Joni a listen.
From the Fiesta.
Team that'll be featured.
Not the team. They'll both be in the ring, but not as a team. A man in a black and white shirt here, and, of course, Buddy Rose going against Ventura.
On the 21st, this Tuesday night, it's finally going to happen in Portland, Ventura. You got your match with me. One fall to a finish, the first man to give up, get pinned, or his 2 feet, not 1 foot, but 2 feet to touch the floor loses. And it's 5-1. You're 5,000 against my 1,000. That's just fine, because I love that kind of money. I love those kind of odds. And there's one more big stipulation, and I got my way, and I'm always going to get my way. And I always do get my way. The referee is Ed Wiskowski. And Don Owen said he didn't like the idea, but Ventura had to go for it. It's the only way he could get me in. But Don Owen said he had to get a license to referee. Did you get your license?
I spent a half day in Salem taking the written test and the practical test. And right here is my license, Don Owens. And believe me, my signature on the bottom means that I'm going to call that match right down the middle. I won't favor you. I won't favor Ventura. I'm going to call the match right down the middle. The rules are easy. The best man is going to win, buddy. I have a feeling it's going to be you. Something tells me you're in better condition.
I want Mark Hanna, Dale Lewis, and a few other referees to watch this match to learn what a referee should do and what a referee has to do out there to make sure that there's justice. Ventura, you're going to lose, and I'm going to take your money Tuesday night. You're not going to hurt me.
Monday night.
High school gym in Tacoma, big tag match.
Main event. And we've got a couple of benefits coming up, special benefits, next Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock at the special father and son luncheon, Banquet Vancouver Elks Club. And then at 7 o'clock that evening at R.A. Long High School, a benefit for Yvonne Satcher, afflicted with a brain tumor, 10-year-old student at St. Helens School. She now needs help and financial support, particularly for those medical bills, and it's going to be my pleasure to be there as your guest announcer Sunday the 26th in Longview, R.A. Long High School
Ladies and
Gym.
gentlemen, the next event will be the best 2 out of 3 falls or to a TV time limit for the Northwest Team Championship. Introducing in this corner the defending title holders, Playboy Buddy Rose and Ed Wiskowski. The challengers in this corner, Skip Young and Jerry Oates. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, next Tuesday night, Ventura gets his opportunity to get Buddy Rose in the ring by himself.
Buddy Rose proudly displaying the tag team belts, emblematic of the tag team championship of the Pacific Northwest. Those belts and the heavyweight championship belt of the Pacific Northwest, held by Ed Wiskowski, 2 of the most sought-after championships in the country today. We've talked in the very recent past about that, about how some championships in certain areas, certain states, mean more than others. The Southern California championship and a Pacific Coast title that they have done there used to be a big belt a number of years ago. It no longer has anywhere near the significance of the championship belt and tag team titles of the Pacific Northwest. They are among the top 2 or 3 sought-after belts in the country. Buddy Rose literally going into the ropes as they were doing a slingshot back and forth. Buddy Rose starting against Skip Young. Skip from Texas Christian University out of Dallas, Texas. Father is a minister. A go behind by the Playboy from Las Vegas, Nevada with a full Nelson. Buddy Rose, Dandy Sandy Barr, continues to be the 3rd man in the ring. And the escape and reversal by Skip Young, taking him over to his partner Oates. And they just tag. No double team. Side headlock. Jerry Oates, the Georgian out of Columbus, rather. Columbus, Georgia. Jerry Oates, a young man with already fine record and an even brighter future ahead of him, according to many. And the tag, and Oates with a smart play. Rose reached behind for the tag and did not think that Oates was aware of what was happening, and he was. Jerry turned quickly and caught Wiskowski as he came in. Wiskowski from Missouri whipped to the floor. Rose starting in to interfere. Both Skip Young and the referee moving toward him at the same time. He thought he better get out of there. Want to remind you, too, because it's a change, that Friday night wrestling this week only will be in Roseburg at the Douglas County Fairgrounds because there are no matches because in Eugene because of the logging congress that's being held there. But it's a big one. All the stars will be on hand at Roseburg Friday. A takedown by Skip Young on Buddy Rose. Rose turning him up and holding on to the trunks, not even dropping as the referee gets a good look at it. The Playboy caught in a side headlock by Skip Young. Skip, quite a football player. Also, is so many pro wrestlers were athletes in other sports. Shows wrestling is a better way of making a living. More money. You get to work more often. Football, you go about half of the year and play a game once a week. A body slam. Skip Young kicks him off. Nip up to his feet. He is right back, and Rose is body slam. Headlock and a hip throw. Sandy Barr, well aware of Rose and Wiskowski's propensity for the man outside the ring to come in and interfere and try to help his partner. Keeps an eye on Wiskowski. I'll tell you, it's going to be something Tuesday to see Wiskowski, a licensed referee for this match, in his striped shirt in the ring. And well, you heard him talking, you heard what he said, and you saw what his face looked like when he said it. So do we hear things between the lines about how he's going to referee that match Tuesday night? Oh, leapfrog. And a drop kick with an elevation of about 7 feet. Rose is over 6 feet tall, and I swear that Young kicked down at him. Skip Young, as good a leaper as anybody in the National Basketball Association. Oh, that man gets off his feet. David Thompson's supposed to have a 42-inch vertical leap, the greatest in basketball. Skip Young has told us that one measurement was 41 inches for him, and he said that was about the only one time we just kind of checked it to see how high I could get off the ground. And he said, I know that I've gone higher than that. Woo. Skip Young and Jerry Oates teaming together, and the two youngsters getting a big break, a title shot for the Northwest Championship. Watch out, here comes Buddy Rose. Reverse elbow smash misses. Elbow drop. Oates got out of the way. The tag, Wiskowski in, and again Oates, well aware of what's happening. He's up on the turnbuckles, up in the air for the hip throw. A main event coming your way. Once again, Don Owen replying to the request of our sponsors, Tom Peterson and Friendly Chevrolet. Sponsors say, we know that there's a lot of shut-ins out there, Don, and we know you can't take every main event and put it on television, and pretty soon everybody will be home watching TV, and if no paying customers, there won't be anything to televise. So we do realize that, but when possible, when you can bring a main event to those unfortunates at home that can't get to the sports arena, should they want to, we appreciate it. Don Owens frequently, as tonight, does just that. So you're seeing the main event. It's the top main event. It's tonight's build. It's a double main event with the semi-main of Battle Royal later on the card. Coming back swinging, Skip Young, right to the point of the chin. That's Rose up in the air and down hard on the powder blue canvas. Now the blonde playboy from Las Vegas comes roaring back. Double foot stomp to the midsection on Skip Young, and there has been no fall yet. Best 2 out of 3 falls, championship match. Knee lift to the midsection, Rose out, Wiskowski over to cut Young over. Cut him off before he can tag his partner. Double foot stomp by Wiskowski. Talking about the athletes that are in the business, here's one. A fine weightlifter, and of course was a professional football player. And through the legs, Skip Young, and here comes Jerry Oates. Wiskowski catching it from the Georgian. Rose in and bounced through the ropes off the apron on the concrete floor. Hip throw by Oates. Body slam coming up. Wiskowski hit the deck hard, covered with a body press. Oates gets a count of 2 out of it. And suplex drop. He tried to use his run up the turnbuckles to whip around and put Wiskowski down. Wiskowski with that knee drop to the head, that flying knee drop. After the suplex drop, he got his man off balance. And the first fall is going to go to the champions. Skip Young in immediately to get Wiskowski off him and to protect his belt. So the first fall in our TV main event, which is also a heavyweight or tag team title holder. For the tag team titles, the title holders, winners of the first fall.
And Ed Wiskowski.
Okay, once again, we're going to turn around, take a look.
The biggest,
if not, certainly one of the biggest, if not the biggest, coming up for you Tuesday night, and some special rules.
Frank, I put a lot of money on the line to get Buddy Rose in the ring one time by himself. And tonight when I walked in the arena, I probably got about 50 letters, all telling me don't do the match, don't take the match, not with Ed Wiskowski as the referee. Well, let me tell you something. For all the people, all the fans out there, I've got a few aces in the hole myself for this match. Number 1, you can lose on pinfall, you can lose on submission, or if your 2 feet touch the floor. Now that's to my benefit, because Buddy Rose, as everyone knows, doesn't like to stay in the ring very long. So if his 2 feet touch the floor, the match is over. Number 2, Wiskowski as referee. People say, don't do it, don't do it. Well, Frank, I look at it this way. If Wiskowski's in the ring, I've always got an eye on him. He's not going to be coming from back in the corner, back in the dressing room, here and there, to do something to me. He's going to be right in the ring. Number 3, to my advantage, I got the match, no disqualification. So all Ed Wiskowski is going to be doing in there is watching me beat Buddy Rose to death. That's all he's going to be doing in there. He's going to watch me annihilate his partner Tuesday night right here. So there's a few aces in the hole for me on this match. I put up $5,000. Buddy Rose put up $1,000. I'm going to walk out of here with Buddy Rose's $1,000. And I'll tell you something, Ed Wiskowski. Get in my way one time in that ring, just once, Ed Wiskowski, and I'll beat both of you the same night.
Thank you.
We will be back to
Our usual 8:30 starting time. Will be live. Tonight's show, well, we are delayed just a couple of hours. The action you're watching went on just a couple of hours ago at the Portland Sports Arena. And it is the main event of the evening for the heavyweight for the tag team championships. Flying knee by Wiskowski put on Oates. He tagged him. Wiskowski tagged Oates to win the first fall of the championship match. Rose and Wiskowski, the title holders. They have all the belts, as a matter of fact, with Wiskowski holding the heavyweight championship of the Pacific Northwest. Front headlock by the Las Vegas, the Playboy from Las Vegas. Jerry Oates trying to drive over into his corner so he can tag Skip Young. and get a fresh man in, and he can get out, get a little breather. He took some punishment, especially that suplex drop in the first fall action. Oskowski got the referee's attention. Rose used the trunks to get extra leverage and back Oates across the ring. The tag, and Oskowski is in against Jerry Oates. And now Skip Young coming into the ring right up to Sandy Barr, yelling at him, watch the chokehold. He's choking him out of that front headlock. Oates tried to lift for the body slam. And trying to drive across the ring. As Oskowski in the air, body slams him hard. Now Oskowski needs to get out of there, and he's closer to his corner. There's that old trick that the Kangaroos use so well, and the Von Steigers are on the card tonight, but we understand just around going through the area, and we'll be seeing more of them later. But at any rate, the very successful tag team, such as the Von Steigers, the Bashans, the Kangaroos, and now Rose and Oskowski, cut that ring down. They try to cut it down to about 1/4 its size. They try to wrestle only in their corner. As you just saw, when Oskowski gets in trouble, when one of the men gets in trouble, he's close. All he's got to do is go over and tag. Jerry Oates is way across the ring from his partner, so he's having difficulty. He wants to get out of there. A little rest and recuperation. Suplex drop on Rose. And Oates unable to follow it up. Tell you, if Oates had his wits about him, was not so groggy, that would be the second fall. And again, you see, the proximity to your corner makes all the difference in the world. Rose hurt from the suplex drop, but able to reach out and tag his partner. Oskowski, Oates coming back swinging, literally bringing the punches up from the floor. Not trying to get over to his partner, but Oskowski blocking him. Sandy Barr is the third man in the ring. Turnbuckle treatment. And the cradle going for the pin. Oskowski unable to get it. Got a count of 1 is all. Body drop right across the back of the head. Had the man leaning forward. Flail kicks at the count of 1. Oskowski tags, and a little double teaming. No. Oskowski is chased out of there. And here comes Oates. The Georgian is roaring back. Buddy Rose, Oskowski, winners of the first fall. And Oates in trouble for the challengers right now, but he's coming back swinging. Inside cradle. 1, and that's all. Up on top with the victory roll, but kicked off it. Oates refusing to be put away. He is hurt, has been unable to get over to his corner, as Rose and Oskowski have been keeping him in their 1/4 of the ring. Oates lays one on Rose, dives for the tag, and here comes Skipper. Turnbuckle hard for Rose. Shoulder throw. Skip Young, the skipper, going to work on the Playboy. Flying headbutt. And he grabs him. He holds him up. He doesn't want him to fall. Straight away, Coco butt or headbutt. A tag, and Skip says, maybe you can put him away, Jerry. Knee lift by the Georgian. Body slam, covered with a body press. And Ed Oskowski flying over the ropes. Missed. Flying knee drop. spinning toe hold. Jerry Oates with the spinning toe hold, and Wiskowski's in trouble. This match is all even. The match all even at a fall apiece. Is Jerry Oates with a top spinning toe hold. And especially after Wiskowski had come flying over the ropes, landed on that knee, and that was the knee that got worked on as Oates went to work. The main event of the card, championship action. Rose wants to start, and of course it was Wiskowski that submitted to the spinning toe hold. The men who finished the last fall have to start the next one. Oates going after him right away, and a little difficulty with the mobility by Ed. And Oates going to go right to it. Flying seat drop to the leg. He's got that left knee. Got the toe hold on it. Is not spinning, however, yet. Rose in to interfere. Oates after Rose, belts him one. Catches Wiskowski coming up from behind. The kick to the head. They've got Oates in trouble. The tag, and Rose is in. Catches one to the midsection. Rose interference got in, really got a good shot on the head of Jerry Oates. Oates now trying to come out of it. Out of it well enough to get over and tag the skipper. Skip Young in to work on Rose. Double knee lift. That great jumping ability. Those knees come up like pistons. Backbreaker. This could be it. The title could be changing hands right here. Wiskowski saved it. Kick to the side of the head. I don't think there was any doubt. And now Skip Young, wild with rage, choking on Rose. The title was gone. The title was changed. Except for the interference by Wiskowski. I don't think there's any doubt. Skip Young had Rose put away. Turnbuckle treatment, Rose taking it from Skip Young and Jerry Oates. The young team have only had a week to work out, but they're doing well in there. More individually than as teamwork. You see Wiskowski and Rose still with the better teamwork, generally speaking, although Rose right now is out of his corner. He takes a couple of punches from Skip Young. Now Young choking. And Skip Young taking a book out of pages out of the book of Rose and Wiskowski. The tag, and Jerry Oates folds him up like an accordion. A shot to the middle. Sit-out backbreaker coming up. Yes, indeed. Buddy Rose. Down hard, is rolled over in the enemy's corner. And a little show of the inexperience of teamwork there. Oates and Young make a fine team, but they're going to have to get it together to stay in their corner. At this point, that's the only difference in the match. That and the interference by Rose. One. And a flail kick by Oates gets him out of there. Plus, you'll see Rose and Wiskowski changing a lot. Most of your great teams do that. They are in and out, in and out, in and out. So one man does not get hurt at any specific point. Doesn't need too long to recuperate. Work a short time, rest a short time. A tag and a little double teaming. Oates holding. Skip Young unloads on him. Punch to the head. Now they've got Rose over in their corner. If they can keep him there. Now he moves him into a neutral corner. Whips across to the other neutral corner. Goes flying in with a flying body press and gets caught with a knee. Skip Young, and a rookie mistake that may cost his team the tag team title. The shoulder is what got caught. And now it's a series of knee drops by Oates on that left arm shoulder. Left arm and shoulder. Reverse hammerlock, picks him up and throws him down, working on that arm. And here comes the master, the crippler, Buddy Rose. He's caused more knee injuries in the last year than most wrestlers cause in their lifetime, and does it purposely. Working on that left arm and shoulder of Skip Young. The tag, and now Wiskowski coming in. And Skip Young in very serious trouble, not only of losing this match, a mistake from the timekeeper, ringing the bell by accident. That was supposed to be the 5-minute mark. 5 minutes left in the match. Rose getting in extra curricular activity on Skip Young. There's a diving headbutt as Oates tried to come in and help. And it was Oates being chased out that allowed Rose to work on Skip Young from outside the ring. And the bout's being held up. The bout is being held up. Sandy Barr wants to check and see if that shoulder's injured. And now Oates is in there. This match may be stopped. This match, it is going to be stopped. Sandy Barr for fear of injury to the arm. And they are booing. And I hope that they're booing the fact that Rose and Wiskowski are winning. I hope they're not booing the fact that Sandy Barr stopped it, because it's in the best interest of the wrestler, of course. Admittedly, you take your chances when you get in the ring. Let's listen to Sandy.
Skip refused to give up, but I think his arm is broken. I stopped the match. Therefore, the champions retain their belts.
Well, there you heard it. Skip Young refusing to submit. He refused to give up. Sandy Barr suspecting a broken arm possibly, or at the very least ligaments or cartilage torn in the elbow or the shoulder. And the cripplers have done it again. Buddy Rose and there you see him. We will keep it right here. We are all out of our commercial announcements, so we'll just stay here and see what happens. We've got about 5 minutes left in the program, and we'll stay here and cover this for you. You see Sandy Barr, along with Jerry Oates, now helping Skip Young out of the ring, and we'll repeat that Skip Young refused to submit, something that very seldom is seen, a match stopped by the referee due to a possible injury. Now, many times you've heard us say that a man, when he goes into professional wrestling, as any other sport, you go into the sport, you have to take your chances. Well, the same is true, even more so in professional wrestling. But when you have possibility of an injury, as we said, fine card tonight. I can tell you this much, that once again, Don Owen, at the urging of our sponsors, are going to bring you the main event at home. Now Don Owen to introduce our next match.
One fall. Introducing in this corner, 260 pounds from Missouri, Ed Wiskowski. His opponent in this corner, 239 pounds from St. Paul, Minnesota, Mark Hanna. Referee Dale Lewis.
Dale Lewis, not mobile home salesman, is You'll be seeing, I'm sure, before the night's over on some of our commercials. Third man in the ring. Wiskowski against Hannah. Hannah with a fine write-up in a Tacoma newspaper recently. A whole page, I believe it's the Review, up there in Tacoma, weekly newspaper, with a fine write-up on professional wrestling. A full page dedicated, and particularly to that young man right there in the center of your screen. Mark Hanna got a very nice write-up as the Rookie of the Year, from our understanding. A handshake from both Wiskowski and Rose.
Challenge, Northwest.
Tag team champions Buddy Rose and heavyweight champion Ed Wiskowski.
I don't want to make any comment on the tag team championship. All I want to talk about is I'm $5,000 richer. You fell for it, Ventura, and now I'm number one, and I've got your money, and I beat you, and that's all there is to it. You got a few complaints, Saul.
A few complaints I do have. You know, when they see a wrestler as good as Ed Wiskowski, people become afraid of him. They don't want to see him win too many matches. You've seen Ed Wiskowski beat the man with one of the basic wrestling moves, a backslide. But yet, the referee turned around and reversed his decision. That is the reason that Ed Wiskowski will not be allowed to get too strong. Only in the minds of the people, and you people know that I rule the Northwest along with Playboy Buddy Rose. You know, the other night, Jesse Ventura, I was out refereeing the match. He had asked me specifically to referee. I was calling it right down the middle. Right down the middle. No bias one way or the other. And the man hauled off and hit me. Anyplace else, he would have received at least a $500 fine for striking an official of the NWA, but not in the Pacific Northwest. Now, you tell me that they're not biased? They're not against Rose and Wiskowski? Can you honestly sit there in your comfortable chairs at home and say that down deep you do not respect Wiskowski and Rose? Can you say that? Well, you may not love us, but you gotta respect us.
Ventura, you're close to the precipice of extinction.
Buddy Rose, Ed Skip Young, injured shoulder. Out of action, Ed Wiskowski, Buddy Rose.
We dislocated Skip Young's arm legally with wrestling. Now, Ventura and Snuka, you want us in a title match? You want us in a tag team title match? Aren't you ever satisfied, Ventura? Don't you ever get satisfied? I know you don't, because you never get to me. You never can get me. I don't care what you say. You want a title match on March the 7th? You got it. We had been forced into it. They said, we defended it just a week ago. Now they want it already 2 weeks again. Well, you guys can do all the crying you want. You can add the match, but if you want to get crippled too, just step into the ring March 7th for them belts, because that's what we have our pride behind.
The commission has ordered you to defend them?
That's right. You know, any time that the titles are on the line, there could be an injury suffered at the hands of Ed Wiskowski and Buddy Rose. You know, Skip Young thought that he wanted a shot at our tag team titles pretty badly. Well, I tell you what, why don't you write him in Dallas, Texas, and ask him if he'd like another tag team championship match against Rose and Wiskowski. I doubt if he'll write you a return, because with a dislocated shoulder, it's pretty tough.
Snuka, Ventura, you got big arms, but I looked at your ankles, and your ankles aren't too big. I think we'll snap an ankle on March 7th.
Okay, the match has been made. Right now in the Crow's Nest, our first interview, and of course they're going to be putting their tag team championship on the line Tuesday night.
Before we talk about the tag team championship, as far as it goes in Eugene or whether it's Medford, they're talking cage matches around there. Well, if I ever step into a cage in either one of those towns, whether it be any town, it's going to be like a lion and a trainer in a cage. I'm the trainer and my opponent's a lion. Now we want to talk about Tuesday night.
You know, a few weeks ago, there was a young man by the name of Skip Young. He was screaming, title match, title match, title match. Well, we offered it to him, and he came after it, being the brave soul that he was. But how can you be a brave soul with a dislocated shoulder in Dallas, Texas, when the action is in Portland, Oregon? So Snuka, Ventura, come after us. You forced us into this title. And so now that you forced us in, you're going to see what true champions do when their backs are against the wall. Because Rose and Wiskoski don't back down from anyone. We haven't yet. We'll continue to rule the Northwest with the greatness, the finesse, the ability, the intelligence that we have done so for the past 8 months.
As a song that everybody hears on the radio, we are the champions, my friend.
And the next one coming up, well, I'll just tell you, it ought to be a dandy, and you'll be seeing why in just a moment. As Don Owen comes into the ring, do the introductions on our semi-main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next event will be one fall. Introducing in this corner, 245 pounds from Las Vegas, Playboy Buddy Rose. His opponent in this corner, 245 pounds from the Fiji Island, the one and only Jimmy Snuka.
Fiji Island Prince, James Snuka. I do hope to meet a great many of you tomorrow. I will be here at the sports arena from about 11 till 1. I have around 100 of the original coloring books that we put out 2 years ago. Tom Peterson sponsored same. They were done by my stepdaughter, Diana Goodrich, and are kind of becoming collector's items. And we are down to one more box, I believe it is. Now I have about 100 of them here tomorrow. I'll be glad to autograph it for you and talk to you about wrestling. So hope to see you in person tomorrow at the flea market here at the Portland Sports Arena at 11 o'clock. Ed Wiskowski in, doing some jawing with the Fiji Island strongman. Jimmy Snuka, and it'll be Snuka and partner Ventura against Rose and Wiskowski Tuesday night. Rose and Wiskowski will be putting up their belts, and I think wisely Snuka is saying, I want that man away from the ring. I want him back in the dressing room, nowhere near the ring. He does not want to start wrestling until he sees Wiskowski in the dressing room. Wiskowski slowly making his way, now kind of stalling a few feet up the aisle. And now he heads back toward the ring again. Snuka does not want to start. Some words, and Wiskowski again, this time continues up the aisle, and he's up into the darkness heading for the dressing room. The crowd urging Snuka to get the Rose. Snuka and Ventura will be the challengers when they meet Tuesday. Rose and Wiskowski putting the titles on the line. Rose wants quiet, and of course those are Snuka fans, so he'll not get it. And the more he asks for quiet, quite naturally, the more noise we get. Rose bailing out and heading for the dressing room. The count is being told on him. He has 20 seconds. And Jimmy stopped that count by coming up next to the ring by the ropes. Rose back. He was halfway to the dressing room. He is still insisting on quiet. There hasn't been a hold thrown yet. Now there is. Sunset flip by Snuka. Kicked off. Rose bailing out again. Side headlock. Rose on Snuka. Flying tackle. Snuka down hard, but a nip up. Arm drag slam, and did he pop him? Jimmy Snuka really slapping Rose to the mat. Woo! Lifting him with the wing lock about 5 feet off the air and then letting him fall down to the canvas. Referee puts the face in Rose's head. Rose went to the air. He gets a toe on the rope. Sandy Barr saying, "You aren't getting out of it that easy." Again lifted with that wing lock and slammed into the canvas. Jimmy Snuka working on the Playboy. Sandy Barr, third man in the ring, watching the action carefully. Flying tackle. Rose goes down hard. His leapfrog as he goes for the shoulder throw. Caught again, coming off the ropes with that vicious arm drag slam. Working the wing lock, Jimmy Snuka. On the Playboy, Buddy Rose. Rose, the southpaw. That's one of the reasons. Snuka working on the left arm. The other is, that's what Rose likes to injure on his opponents. He is kicked off going after Snuka. That arm drag slam again. A wing lock well applied. Referee Sandy Barr down there asking Rose if he wants to submit. The Playboy holding on to give credit where credit's due. The Playboy, as well as partner Ed Wiskowski, have that ability it takes to be champion, that ability to take punishment. He's much happier, of course, dishing it out. You also have to be able to take it if you're going to make it in professional wrestling. And I tell you, Rose is taking some right now. Nose to the hair. Elbow smash by Rose on Snuka. Reverse elbow drop is missed. There is that arm drag slam. And I'll tell you, the Fiji Islander is really getting a whip into that move tonight. He is really snapping it. And Rose is not just being slapped into the canvas. He is being driven, slammed into the canvas. Good shot, showing the pain that comes from that hold. It's the wing lock, well applied, and by a man with that great upper body strength. Makes it even that much more painful. Jimmy Snuka with the hold on Rose. Rose turning around underneath it, gets up to one knee. Jimmy Snuka Great biceps, arms, upper body. All that strength makes this hold that much more effective. Rose gets up to his feet, drives his man into the corner on the ropes, where a break will be called for, and on the break, a knee to the midsection. Goes sailing in, flying in head first after Snuka. Missed and crashed his shoulder into the steel ring post. Snuka with a body slam on the Playboy. Flying mare. Rose hits the mat. Reverse leg drop right across the throat. And Jimmy Snuka going for his Fiji Island gutbuster, but Rose is up there to get him and throws him about 15 feet across the ring. Snuka with his back to his man, a mistake he seldom makes. You've got to keep your eye on your man at all times. He turned his back, and Rose was able to pick him off the top ropes, throw him about 15 feet across. Now body slam him, and it appears he's going to go for his own version of the hold, climbing up to the top turnbuckle, and Snuka catches him by the throat and the body, throwing him about the same distance, maybe a foot or two farther. Flying headbutt. Diving headbutt, covered with a body press. 1, 2, and I thought he'd had it. Count of about 2.5. 2 headbutts after being thrown 16, 17 feet across the ring. Pile driver coming up. Snuka pile driving. A blonde head of the Playboy into the canvas, and it's got to be it. He's got a foot on the rope. He is near enough to get a foot on the rope. Snuka picking him up by the hair, bringing him to the center of the ring. Body slamming, and a flying body press off the ropes, misses. Buddy Rose rolling out of the way. And Snuka slamming hard into the canvas.
2 minutes remaining.
Rose with a whip on Snuka. Catches him at a shoulder throw and must have put him 8, 9 feet in the air. Way up in the air. Snuka down hard. Remember, these two will take their partners and go at it Tuesday night. Rose and Wiskowski defending their title. Sit-out backbreaker on Snuka. Rose getting the Fiji Islander way up in the air. Flail kick. A flail kick throw, and I'll tell you, Rose must have gone 4 feet in the air. A stop to the ribs. Small to the back. Buddy Rose, and against Snuka. Snuka takes Ventura for his partner as the challengers. That Tuesday night match topping an all-star card. A leapfrog and a victory roll by Snuka. And he gets a count of 2, and what a move.
1 minute.
Oh, what a classic one we are seeing here. Hard into the full Nelson. A Fiji Island full Nelson. And luckily for Rose, he was close enough, and you saw that wild scramble to get to the ropes. Now literally falls off the ropes back into the ring. Snuka has him in the middle of the ring. And again, scrambling for the ropes is Buddy Rose. Snuka a little hesitant to give up that hold. Forearm smash uppercut. Covers Rose with a body press. 1, and Flail kicks out of it. Okay, this is probably just a preview of what's coming when they get together in a couple more days. Jimmy Snuka inside cradle, and I think he's got the pin, but I think the time ran out before he got it. I think he would have had the pin, but at the count of 2, time ran out. He got the hold with 2 seconds remaining, and you have to be pinned for 3. Time limit draw, the signal from Sandy Barr. And I don't know if those two are done with each other in the ring. Wiskowski is down at ringside, incidentally. And Snuka is hot. Sandy Barr trying to keep peace. Wiskowski, team down at ringside. Wiskowski trying to say no. Wait till Tuesday. Wiskowski's trying to keep him out of the ring, and he said no. And Jesse Ventura out of the dressing room. Jesse Ventura in there with Snuka. So you want to get it on? Let's do it right now. And Rose is hot. He wants to go at him. And Wiskowski takes off. And I'll tell you, we're going behind the barn. There's no way that this is on the schedule. This is set for Tuesday night. And now Rose and Wiskowski are easing out. Well, we thought we were going to see one of the most unusual happenings ever. Rose and Wiskowski bailing out, saying no way.
Hey!
The Australian champion comes from Paris, France, Rick Martel, and we understand he is some kind of mover. In fact, he is particularly on the card early tonight, so that you folks that may not be able to stay with us all the way through the 90 minutes, you're going to be missing a great main event if you do. I'll tell you that. More on that later. But we did want you to get the opportunity to see this Rick Martel in action. Dandy Sandy Barr is the referee. New outfit. Blue, burgundy, and white. And there goes Dusek. Frank Dusek out of the corner after Rick Martel before the bell. And here comes Martel. Turnbuckle treatment for Dusek. And Dusek bails out. I'll tell you, Martel, great build. The whip on Dusek. He's in the Fighting Dusek family. Frank Dusek doing some talking to the referee. Sandy Barr saying getting him back. Martel out of Paris, France. And against Omaha, Nebraska's Frank Dusek, arm drag, slam, and another, and Dusek again. Bails out. He waves at him and heads for the dressing room. Looked like he might pull a Rose there for a moment. Up on the apron. Slowly coming into the ring. Martel comes over and that stops the count. There he is. Good shot. Rick Martel. Remember the name. Remember the face. You're going to be hearing and seeing a lot of him. Working on the arm bar. Grinding down on it. And flips him over with the arm bar, reverse leg drop on that left bicep. And Martel wrapping the left arm around the top rope. Now it takes him out to the middle of the ring. Dusek had a hold of the top rope. He kicked that loose. Martel did. Now goes to a wing lock. Step over on it. Sandy Barr done checking. See if Dusek wants to call it. See if he wants to submit. Remember, after this match is when we give you a rundown of where the wrestling action's coming up the next week. And a little more if we have time, but for sure the next week. Wrestlers moving into cowboy country tomorrow. Ricard, tell you about that one. Martel, flying tackle. And comes off again, goes around, arm drag slam, another arm drag slam, and the takedown to the wing lock. Martel working on Frank Dusek. Rick Martel with the takedown, and he has been showing a flurry of speed, and you can see the strength that the young man possesses with that upper body build, those arms. Trying to reverse it, Frank Dusek down on the mat and trying to get a top wrist lock out of it, unable to do so. Back with the top wrist lock and into the wing lock of his own. Rick Martel. Getting up, moving into the corner to get the break. Dusek swings Martel around into the corner. Shot to the midsection, brings him out with a whip. No, it's reverse whip. Arm drag slam and back to the wing lock. Rick Martel showing us that everything we have heard about him was true. He's in tough.
5 minutes, Don.
A foot on the rope. Not being allowed by Sandy Barr, saying that rule means you're supposed to be out of the ring, not just a foot barely touching the rope. So Martel continues with the wing lock hold. Bridging against it, Frank Dusek. Of all the Duseks, Joe Dusek probably the best known. He is the uncle of Frank Dusek. Dusek, by no means a dummy. He was quite an athlete at the Citadel, where he went on an academic scholarship. Spent some time in the service. Like most pro wrestlers, found out where the big money was. Take down and a rolled up 1-2 and almost 3 by Martel. Martel with an arm drag slam. And I'll tell you, Martel, I do believe, was trying to leapfrog, missed it, and still almost came up with the pin. Great reactions and a great recovery. Reporting again, we haven't gotten any details on it yet, but in the tape fist match Tuesday night, Stan Stasiak, the winner over Buddy Rose, is the word that we got. We are reminded of that because Roddy Piper was ranting and raving at us earlier this evening. We saw him for a while in the dressing room. He said, tell those fans out there to get on Rose. I want Rose any way I can. I want him in a single match. All right, now Dusek coming back
7 minutes.
at Martel. Knee lifts to the midsection. Piper finally has conceded if Rose is too chicken to get in the ring with me alone, tell him to pick a partner and I'll pick one and we'll go at it next Saturday. Raking in the eyes by Dusek on Martel. Being worn now. Those eyes rubbed on the top ring rope. And I tell you, you really get a skin burn out of that. One of the fans doesn't like Dusek's way of doing things. Dusek missing an elbow. Through the elbow. Missed it. Drop kick by Martel. Wants him to the canvas. He is up in the corner. Martel going in after him. Now wants to bring him out of the corner with a whip, and does. Head first, upside down into the opposite corner. Rick Martel back to working on Dusek. Takes him out in the center of the ring, ready for a body slam, body throw. Actually threw him about 5 or 6 feet besides slamming him. Knee drop across the neck, covers him with a body press, 1, 2, and a foot on the rope. Dusek always knows where he is. One of the signs of a successful wrestler. Be aware where you are in that ring. A headbutt to the midsection. Dusek coming back now, blowed the back of the head. Setting Martel for a whip into the corner, but a flying body press coming out of the corner as he climbed the ropes. Down for the count. Frank Dusek is beaten. Becomes Rick Martel's first victim.
Army. I want complete silence while the Army talks. Butch Miller is in charge of artillery. He is the animal, the man of the wrecking crew. The private and lieutenant, Luke Williams, and the general, Playboy Buddy Rose. The Army is undefeated, and show them. We've got, get a close-up, a wide angle. We got all the belts. We told you we'd get all the belts. And Butch Miller, Luke Williams, and myself are making open challenges. I will defend my Northwest Pacific heavyweight belt to anybody except Roddy Piper. How about you?
Sam Bass. You're a big man. Stasiak. Martel. Buddy Rose has made the greatest plan there ever been made. The greatest plan ever brought to America. How can we be defeated? Butch, you know what Buddy Rose, our general, has made? How can we be beat with the greatest plan ever?
You know something, Luke? We're being accused of not putting our belts on the line. Well, listen to this one, Luke Williams. Anybody here, Bass, Stasiak, Piper, Savage, and the young punk Martel, there's the belts. Here we are. If you want them, you come and get them, baby. Come and get them off us. We got the general leading us, and behind the general, we shall march. March to victory. And I will defend my Northwest belt against anybody but Roddy Piper. Rick Martel. Rick Martel is here. A man that is undefeated. A man that has come this close to winning the World's Heavyweight Championship. Well, closeness only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. And that's exactly what the Army is into. Hand grenades and defeating their opponents. And tonight, the prediction, anywhere, we will beat any 6 men, and we will put our belts on the line against anybody. The Army!
Well, that is it from the Army. The Kiwis and the Playboy, Buddy Rose, holders of all 3 of the titles. We'll be back in just a moment. Young man expected someday to take over for Dad as promoter. We hear the whistling from the corner.
The next event will be a 3-sided team bout. It will be 2 out of 3 falls or to a TV time limit. Introducing the team, the Playboy Buddy Rose, Butch Miller, and Luke Williams. They call themselves the Army. Their opponents in this corner will be Roddy Piper, Dutch Savage, and Sam Oliver Bass.
And something I had not noticed when they were up here is that Playboy Buddy Rose is in the Kiwi gear. He is in the Kiwi wrestling uniform. Now, I don't know that if he's been made an honorary sheep herder, honorary New Zealander, or what. But he is wearing a regular Kiwi wrestling uniform. And that, to my knowledge, one of the first times I've ever seen that, where a team such as the Kangaroos, in this case the Sheep Herders, have distinctive, unique wrestling outfits. That a third man teaming with them would also wear that outfit. But such is the case with Buddy Rose. He's the Northwest Heavyweight Champion, winning it in a very controversial manner over Stan Stasiak. Stasiak got some measure of revenge by beating him Tuesday night in a tape fist match. The Sheep Herders, of course, are the Pacific Northwest Tag Team Champions. Well, get up on the edge of your seat for this one. The shootout's about ready to begin. And Rose apparently sending his second in command out to take the instructions. You have in that ring, of course, Rose holds that title. The other team, Savage, starting 16 times. He has held that Pacific Northwest Heavyweight Championship belt, and both Bass and Roddy Piper are former title holders. Besides that, Bass, former Texas champion, Oklahoma champion, Roddy Piper, former light heavyweight champion of the world. Buddy Rose starting against Savage. He will do everything he can to keep him getting in there against Piper. Piper wants to get him, and he got a shot at him. No tag, but he got a shot at him. He stepped between the ropes, and Rose is almost all the way in the dressing room. Oh, Piper wants him. Piper wants him so bad. He wants him alone. This is the closest he's gotten in a three-man tag match, but we understand that the talk is that Rose figures he can stay away from Piper in a three-man tag. It would be a little tougher in a two-man tag match, so that's what Piper has suggested for a week from tonight. He said, you get yourself a partner, Rose, and I'll pick one. Now, Rose is a chicken, the cry starting to well up was from the crowd as a result of Rose about 3 or 4 times having left the ring, gone to the dressing room, lost matches. Sam Bass in there now against Luke Williams. Side headlock, turning out of it, trying to get the top wrist lock. And not successful. Williams not successful. Bass is. Takedown, goes to the wing lock as Williams makes his way to his feet. Sandy Barr laying a kind of a straight arm, if you will, on Miller. Tried to come in. Bass is caught. Body slam, but kicks off. Arm drag slam on Williams in the middle of the ring. Winglock down on the mat. Sam Oliver Bass, the Oklahoma Outlaw. The Dutchman, the Duke of Hazeldale, Dutch Savage, is in, and watch out. He was being sent toward the other corner. They try to double team him, and he gets a shot on Rose. Rose came through the ropes to try to cream him, and Rose caught the punch himself. Uh-oh, the tag went to Rose, and immediately Savage tagged Piper, and Rose again runs. Rose way in the corner of the arena. There he is. Good camera work, guys. That's a tough shot to get. Philby on that one, Phil Brown. Chuck Heil on the other camera. Looking up at Phil Brown's camera, saying, I don't want to get in, that guy's crazy. Apparently tagged Miller on the way out. Roddy Piper. Let's go, Miller threw a shot and got Rose, but then he got blindsided. Sucker punch from behind by Miller. Rose got a shot in on Piper outside the ring. Piper comes underneath the second rope. Is taken over. Head smash into the elbow of Miller. Rose working, and Savage drives one right into the ribs of Buddy Rose. Piper up for the tag, and both Bass and Savage were around to the other side, trying to protect him. And Piper is in there now with Rose because Piper's hurt. Rose gave him a shot with the elbow coming off the rope. Now the elbow drop, count of two. Piper refuses to be put away, but he is groggy. Oh, he laid a kick. That'd have been a 70-yard field goal on Rose. Rose tags out. Piper cannot get over for his tag. He wants to get out of there. He is lifted, body slam. Miller covers him with a body press. Flail kick by Piper. The tag is Luke Williams is going to come in. Piper has Miller on the ropes, but the tag has been made. Miller in. Piper is whipped. Shoulder throw, and it down hard. Savage in to save the tag. Save the pin. I'm sure Piper would have been pinned. A leapfrog, turns around. Piper nails him with a drop kick. Rose grabs Piper from behind and is tearing at that left eye again. The one just recently operated on. Now Bass comes in. Shot on Miller. And Bass is being chased out while they triple team him. Piper triple teamed in the enemy corner. And now Rose wants him. He says, you've got him hurt, you got him loosened up, now I'll take him. Rose raked in the eyes by Savage. Savage chased out, and Savage has the bag of tricks. He knows them all. And they're saying there was no tag, so Rose back in, stops just short. Does Piper of getting the tag to Bass. Now he's taken back across the ring again. Oh, Rose throws a left hand. It's blocked. Williams gets a judo chop in from outside the ring. Now Rose stomping away. Williams stomping on Piper outside the ring. On the concrete floor. Savage taking him around to the other side, trying to get him a little closer to the corner. Uh-oh, turnbuckle treatment blocked by Piper and given to Rose. Now Miller gets Piper from outside the ring. Piper gets an elbow on Williams. Gets a shot on Rose. Rose holding on with one foot. Trying to keep Piper from getting the tag. The tag is to Miller. Crazy Butch. Turnbuckle treatment, and that was that left eye that went into the top turnbuckle treatment. Now the whip. No, it's reversed. It's Miller into the corner. Taken out with a shoulder throw. Sandy Barr over to cut Rose out from interfering. The tag to Luke Williams. Williams catches double club blow to the midsection. But Piper, not a lot of steam left in him. The punch didn't do that much damage. He is caught with an elbow to the chin, catapulting over the ropes, off the ropes. And only a count of two. Piper is taking amazing punishment in there. He ducks underneath that one, punches and goes to the wrong corner. Goes to a neutral corner. Now dives. Savage has the tag. Katie bar the door. Rose is down. Now Miller ran into Williams. Rose given the turnbuckle treatment. The Flying Dutchman out. SOB. Sam Oliver Bass. Bulldogs him. He's got Williams with the Bulldogger. A sure pin. Bass unloads on Rose, who came in to interfere. Rose. Turnbuckle treatment. Followed by Williams, turnbuckle treatment. Rose gets one from Savage. Piper back in, working on Williams. Flying tackle, put Williams down. Uh-oh, he went into the ropes. The slingshot off. Miller pulled the bottom rope down and Piper went out over the top. Both Bass and Savage are over there checking on him. And trying to get up, he has pulled the skirt of the ring completely off. His partners get him back into the ring, but he's just back in for punishment. Pile driver coming up. Luke Williams. Pile driving Piper. 1, 2, and 3. Bass reaching in, trying to save him. Now Rose is going up on the top turnbuckle, is going to come off on Piper. The first fall will go to the Army.
In 10 minutes and 47 seconds, winner of the first fall, the Army.
We'll be back in just a moment. Once again, we're going to hear about all the great buys out there at Southeast 82nd and Foster Road. And this word from Tom Peterson. The Sheepherders there be defending their title. Rick Martel, of course, will be back and making an appearance. First one in some time. Apache Bull Ramos. Apache Bull Ramos be on next Saturday's card. And the crowd here does not know of that yet. Waiting for the second battle of the war to get underway. Get the Army. Rose. Crazy Butch Miller. And a roundhouse right from Luke Williams. And they are working over Roddy Piper. Savage goes in, tries to give him some help, and that just lets Rose throws a shot at Piper and hit Miller. And now it's Piper coming back against Williams. Miller and Rose arguing at ringside. Butch saying, what'd you hit me for? It was just a matter of a Piper just dropping out of the way. He didn't really make a move, I don't believe. Not knowingly, anyway. The hit of Roddy Piper is slammed into the boot of Buddy Rose. He gets over for the tag. And it's Bass and Savage having a little trouble deciding which one gets the Playboy. Finally, they decided Bass does. Shot to the midsection, a whip to the opposite corner. Brings him out in the middle of the ring, ready for the suplex drop. Up in the air, down hard. A tag, and it's Savage in. Karate thumb. Karate thumb by Savage into our cameras, hidden from the referee. And now Bass and Piper thought they were going to get a little work in on Rose, but he spun away and got out of the corner. Now taken to the middle of the ring, side headlock. That's Savage. We have the side headlock on Buddy Rose. And again, we repeat, Buddy Rose, as far as we know, it's never been done. No other wrestler has worn that Kiwi outfit, the sheep herder uniform, if you will. But the Kiwis, sheep herders, have apparently given permission for Buddy Rose to do so because he is in those wrestling togs. Tag, Sam Bass in, grinding down with a side headlock. Heightens up on it after 9 of them. Rose, elbow smash. Now goes for the body slam, and he can't lift. Big Sam. Sam lifts him with ease, and body throws him about a third of the way across the ring. Waits for him to get up. Grabs him, side headlock again. Since we missed telling you where the towns where wrestling is going to be after the first fall of our main event, we'll be doing it, I assume, after this fall. Quick rundown on the wrestling coming up in the next week or so. Where it is, hope you have a piece of paper and pencil handy. Stop to the midsection as Williams is in against, Miller in against Savage. The whip, shoulder throw, and Savage is way up, almost in the TV lights, down hard, but 2 feet on the ropes. Miller thinks he has the fall. Well, I thought he did. That's why they call him Crazy Butch. He acted like he did. A knee of Williams put between the ropes in the corner. Savage driven into it. And in a Boston Crab, Savage caught in a Boston Crab by Luke Williams. Savage shaking his head saying no. And Piper knocks him off, but Bass gets the referee's attention. Miller is in, turning Savage over to the Boston Crab. And this time Bass knocks Miller off the hold while the referee's attention diverted. Buddy Rose just misses being kicked off. Going for the pile driver, and is brought over the top with a shoulder throw. Went for the pile driver. The veteran Savage blocked it. Now he's caught to the midsection. Oh! Savage unloading a kick to the breadbasket. Backhanding on Williams. Savage trying to get over for the tag. There is the tag to Piper. Now he tagged them both, so Bass again takes the tag. Williams comes in, greeted with a forearm smash. Now Bass slams their heads together. Buddy Rose staying outside, and he's asking for quiet. Watch out. Bass being taken in the corner. Miller got him, suckered him in the other corner. Laid a punch on him. They got Bass hurting. The whip by Rose on Bass, hard into the corner. Small of the back. Drops a knee in. Another knee drop, Small of the back. Rose working a base of the spine on the Oklahoma Outlaw. Now he's going to hold while Miller comes in to stomp at that same spot. Bass in trouble over in the enemy corner. Sam Oliver. Miller's going to hold. With a roundhouse right comes Williams. Williams working to the small of the back. Covers him with a body press. One. And Williams pulled all the way out of the ring and rammed into the steel ring post by Savage. Rose, meanwhile, going in, working on Bass. He's being ordered out. As they are holding Bass over there in the corner. Savage coming around. Miller pulled down and given a shot to the belt or lower by Savage. Uh-oh, Rose goes head first into the turnbuckles. Now lifted. Body slam. 1, 2, and 3. With the body press. Savage, Piper protecting. Bass gets the fall on Rose. Roddy Piper getting at Rose inside the ring. Now pull back in. And it's time to take another look at our board after the cheering here and see where the wrestling is coming up in the next week or so. It's all even at 1 fall apiece. And if we can get a camera on the board, we'll give you a quick rundown of where the wrestling is coming up. And a lot of it is happening, so we hope that you will mark it down. Over in action, now meet him for a quick interview, Rick Martel.
Thank you very much, Frank. Thank you, everybody. You know, Oregon, it's a place that I always wanted to come here ever since I started to wrestle. Always wanted to come here because I heard a lot about the Oregon. I heard about the tough competition here. I heard about the good wrestling fans. They're fantastic, and they get behind you all the way, and it's exactly what I'm looking for. But you know, my coming over here now, it's a lot sooner than I expected. Because why? There's 2 reasons. And those 2 reasons are from New Zealand. Those Kiwis, Miller and Williams. Miller and Williams, I'll never forget what you've done to me 8 months ago in New Zealand. I'll never forget it as long as I wrestle. I have to get even with you. And I'm going to get even no matter what. And Buddy Rose, the queen, the beauty queen of wrestling, if you ever get in my way, brother, you better not put your nose into my business, because I'm going to break it. You understand? And I heard a lot about this Don Owens. I heard Don Owens, Mr. Don Owens is a fair promoter, and I hope that when the time comes for me to get a match against these 2, because I want to get a match real bad, I hope he's going to give it to me. And I can tell you one thing, to people in Oregon, I'm going to get even with those two. I need it real bad. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick with us right up to the end of the show. The action keep going on. We will be with it. The Kiwis looking, pointing out they've got some fans down here in the second row. I think they're kind of proud of that. And things are kind of strained down at ringside. This Piper glaring at the Kiwis and Rose. Miller wants to start. It was Rose that was pinned by Sam Bass. But Miller is trying to start. Of course, the rules are that the man who was officially in the ring at the last fall has to start the next one. Rose in tags, no, has to be physical contact. The wrestler, in this case Rose, has to start for his team and has to make physical contact with his opponent before he can tag out. Sam Bass grinning and saying, "I'm yours, baby." Ball apiece. Well, they call themselves an army. They are in a war, and Miller lays one on Rose. In a hammerlock, Bass had Rose and spun him when he saw Miller coming up from behind. Miller explaining to the general of the army what happened. He spun you around and I didn't see him. And now a tag, but it was just a congratulatory tag and not a tag out. Bass over with something to say to Piper. I'm sure Piper loved to get Rose alone in that ring. Go behind Miller with the punch, but he ducked out of the way of it. Sam Bass ducked out of the way of it. The general did not have things going so well for his army right now. It is a fall apiece. We're all even. Commercial timeouts are used up, so we will be staying with it. Piper sneaking up from behind, and Bass drops out of the hold as Piper decks Miller. They just can't make it work. Miller in there against outlaw Sam Bass. Sam Oliver Bass watching that other corner as well as Miller. Go behind now, choking on that top rope. Miller working on Bass, the tag to Williams. Rose with a little eye gouge as Bass turned into the ropes. Double judo chop, Fells. The big Oklahoman over in that corner. 1, 2, and Piper in to break the pin. Now the tag, and it's Crazy Butch Miller. Flying mare. Knee across the throat of Sam Bass. Piper again in, pulling Miller off Bass. This time it's Williams in. Shoulder throw, Williams on Bass, and again, Roddy Piper in to save Bass from getting pinned. Rose now in. Body slams. Here comes Piper again. There have been about 4 instances here when Bass could have been put away and Piper saved him. Side headlock. Flying tackle. Only Rose is out of position. They both slam their heads together. They're out of position. Rose, the one coming off the ropes. Savage yelling at Bass. Trying to bring him to. Trying to get the tag. There it is. A tag, and Savage is in against Rose. Savage working to the midsection again and again and again. Judo chop on Williams as he tries to sucker Savage. Now Miller in. There was a tag. Miller in, Savage in a headlock, and drives him back in the corner. Now here come Bass and Piper coming off the top ropes. Rose on Savage. Rose now pinning Savage. There never was a tag. 1, 2, 3. And the win is going to go to the Army. The Sheepherders +1. Playboy Buddy Rose. And there was no tag, but there was a melee in the ring. Sandy Barr did not see it. Well, they win it, but in very controversial manner and fashion. All right, another controversy. Another controversy down in the ring, and Piper wants to go after him. Piper's being blocked by Sandy Barr, saying don't do it. Savage is in the ring. Sam Bass down in the ring. And the victory will go to the Army. But not a, well, let's at the very least say a controversial victory. And up right now to talk with us in the crow's nest, one Roddy Piper along with Stan, the man, Stasiak.
Well, next Saturday, I didn't think this time would come this soon, but I couldn't have a better partner. Next Saturday, Roddy Piper and I are going for the tag team belts. And this is going to be a new thing for me. I know how bad Roddy wants the title. I really know how bad he wants it, and you know how bad I want it. I lost a couple of titles here, quite controversially, and I'm anxious to get back in the thick of things and get the titles back around my waist.
Listen to me. I got me a partner here, and this is the most important match because listen why. If this week we win our matches, if next Saturday we win matches, then that means that we are the top contenders, and do you know what that means, Bloody Rose? That means that if we are the top contenders, we are next in line to wrestle you, Buddy Rose. You listen to me. Buddy Rose, it is working. We've been doing a lot of talking up here, insulting Buddy Rose. Listen to me. I have a scoop for you. Today, Buddy Rose phoned me on the telephone, and he says, Pipe! Notice he calls me Pipe now. When he was putting fingers in my eyes, he was saying something about sunny beaches. Now he calls me Pipe. Listen to me, Buddy Rose. He says, Pipes, let's let bygones be bygones. Just give me a break, he says. You've been harassing me on TV. Just give me one thing. But let me tell you something, Buddy Rose. The only thing I want to give you is a 3-week vacation to Iran, brother. That's all I want to give you. Listen to me, Buddy Rose. You take a look at this guy right here. You think you're going to swag on me, Buddy Rose? You are wrong. Look at this picture. I have seen better pictures on cave walls, Buddy Rose. Just looking at you makes me listless and irregular. But after talking to you on the telephone, I realized that the only thing that is wrong with you, Buddy Rose, it's curable. It's curable. Just 1 4-ounce bar of X-Lax is all you need to cure you, Buddy Rose. That's all, brother. Listen to me. I got a fight here with Buddy Rose. Buddy Rose, you take a look at me. I know you're fearing. I know you're shaking. The promoter, Don Owens, the commission is getting in gear now. The commission is worried. They're saying, why haven't you fought Roddy Piper, Buddy Rose? Why haven't you fought Roddy Piper when you got open contracts? Listen to me, Buddy Rose. Listen, you are in for the treat of your life, Buddy Rose. You know my reputation. You know I am Roddy Piper, brother. I'm so tough, I don't shave. I just rub my face against the concrete, Buddy Rose. Listen to me, brother. Listen to me. I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread, Buddy Rose. Look at me. I got more glide in my stride, more dips in my hips. I know how to get down in the back of the shack where it's all got in the big city, in the nitty-gritty, and I'm looking damn pretty, Buddy Rose. You listen to me, brother. You listen to me, Buddy Rose. One thing, Buddy Rose. One thing, we beat you next Saturday, Buddy Rose. And you are mine, brother.
The Shaw's comfortable life with the rough existence of his subjects in this South Tehran slum. Well, the Shah has been gone for 10 months and the slum is still here. And some people say there has been no change. Under the Islamic Republic, we're told, sincere people are making